Good to go. And here we go. We have Scrap Station. Jeez. This is an interesting map choice, I must admit. But indeed we are going to have Magnum spawning as the orange Protoss against Juice spawning as the yellow Zerg with a cool little female thingy. How many viewers? 21 viewers, I think. 21 viewers, which is better than I've ever had. Not with CSN though. With CSN we get a few hundred, maybe even like a few thousand. We had 5,000 for the finals of the Clash of the Houses that sent July to what's it called? MLG. That was really cool. But yeah. Yeah, indeed. Juice does veto this map on ladder, and I can understand why, because Scrap Station can be dire. So indeed, Juice is going to be spawning up here as the yellow Zerg, and we do have Magnum spawning here as the orange Protoss in the bottom position, and I really wish they hadn't have picked such close colours, but oh well, not a problem. And it looks like straight away Magnum's looking to place a wall down in order to be able to make a Forge Fast expand, which is always so very, very nice. And Juice, meanwhile, just going to be droning up. So very happy to drone up. And this is the real nice advantage that a Zerg does get on this map, despite the other disadvantages that they do get on this map. The fact that, you know, they can scout so very, very quickly, see what's going on, and react accordingly, as they are the very reactionary race. So at the same time, Magnum is going to be coming in here, scouting what's going on. No little tricky spawning pools going down anytime soon, and Magnum will leave here anytime soon, as he's seen all he needs to see. For now at least. Probably going to try and deny any kind of hatchery first that does go on, but that being said, the extractor does go down first, so no doubt we'll see a spawning pool very, very quickly. Forge now going down for Magnum, so he's going to be able to wall in very nicely eventually. This drone will be able to get in and see what is going on, so maybe he'll be able to have a look around and see what is going on. But actually, what? No. Juice! Oh, you. So actually, tricking out his opponent there, Magnum, actually been able to expand behind this, but the Forge is already down, and oh dear me, this could be bad, as he could be cannoning him in, but at the same time, Juice is going to be bringing this over here, so maybe he'll end up cancelling. I'm 100% unsure as to whether he will or not, and this could actually be pretty bad. He could actually get these cannons down with very, very little resistance and force the cancel, and that's pretty big at this point. Magnum doing a good job there. Reactionary, it's not really reactionary Forge, but what? Wait a minute. What? Okay. No, you cancelled it. Oh, okay. I see. You're making a right. Okay. Sorry. So, Evolution Chamber going down here. Love this play by Juice. You are a sick baller nerd, my friend. That is so amazingly awesome. That is going to take so long to deny. And Juice, meanwhile, is going to be going for... oh, dear me. Juice is going to be going for an expansion here. And this is the big problem for Zerg, ultimately, on this map. It's the fact that when you do have this or whatever, the third is so far away and so open as well, and it's really hard for Zerg to be able to macro up on this kind of map. And now Gateway going down, Photon Cannon and Pylon in order for Magnum to make a little bit of a wall off, but this is going to take so long to die. But I do like what he's doing here. Maybe he's going to place a cannon here, not only to defend this area here, but also to take out this Evolution Chamber ever so slightly quicker, and we'll have to see what does go on there. But, you know, Magnum has spotted this, and maybe he... Oh my god, he's gonna cannon up again. And this is the exact problem with Scrap Station, and that happens so much. It can happen on other maps and things like that, but Scrap Station is notorious for these shenanigans. And this hatchery is actually going to finish. Juice didn't notice the probe actually going past there. He is selecting it, so maybe he was going to cancel. No, he's not. And oh, the pylon finishes, and the hatchery finishes, and now... this hatchery is going to be forfeit. What a ridiculous game, ladies and gentlemen. And now, you know, Juice is just in such a bad position. And Juice does realise that he deserves that, which is oh so cute. And we do indeed see that Photon Cannon going down, not only once again to be able to defend this area, but also to take out this Evolution Chamber. So now... Juice actually coming in. Oh, Juice might actually be able to get the cancel. Oh, Juice holds. That is fantastic. And you know, both players playing a very interesting game here. Juice not only holds his expansion here, but also goes for the gold. And it's going to be a very long time before Magnum actually scouts out that gold. He is more bothered about securing his natural right now after that evolution chamber did fall. And I love that play by Juice, whilst Juice at the same time is just going to be able to, you know, expand down to the gold as well. And that is going to give him such a huge boost in economy. And my radio thing is very, very loud. Black mages, you are annoying. So now Magnum here in a bit of an odd position. What does he do from here? He's securing his natural. At the same time, though, Juice is securing this expansion and the gold. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some Stargate play coming out from Magnum, but no, it looks like he's going to be going into what seems like a rather standard, fully gateway composition right now. And maybe even going for a 6-gate push. That wouldn't surprise me, as you know, it's a very, very, very strong play to go for, especially on a map which has got such tight avenues, and the force fields can play such a pivotal role. But at the same time, Magnum has to know that something is up, other than, well, maybe he doesn't actually know that something's up other than that. Just going to be denying this Overlord from scouting much else, but he has scouted what he needs to know. He knows that these gateways are on the way, so he knows that a potential push may end up coming from like a very heavy gateway force. So he is getting a Roach Warren, actually cancels the Roach Warren, interesting choice, and goes for a layer as well, so maybe rushing straight to Hydralisks. I wouldn't be surprised, considering that gateway compositions just absolutely die to those Hydralisks. So now we have a lot of thingies down here. I need to put myself on busy, otherwise someone's going to message me. And, you know, a lot of Zerglings here going to be moving around. We do see this, though, and then second cannon going to be going down on this high ground. Really nice positioning of that cannon. Just going to be able to rain down havoc on those units as he sees fit. And now it really wants to get this gold base up and running. As if he can drone that up, he's going to be such a fantastic position in this game. And now more spine crawlers now going down for Juice. Juice going to be just, oh my god, Juice playing this really, really nicely, despite all the craziness that happened in the beginning. But actually, you know, coming back to the income tab, both players very, very similar, but Magnum actually pulling slightly ahead. So despite the fact that Juice looks to be going for an expansion over here, he really doesn't have the saturation to be able to kind of fully saturate this base, and you know, he's only just getting this base saturated now. So it'd be interesting to see. Really would like to see him get those droned up ever so better, and maybe he will in due time. He's more bothered about right now, though, playing very kind of safe with all these spine crawlers. We do have a lot of Zerglings moving over across here now, and they're trying to get what could be potentially a flank. This lone Stalker is trying to secure that watchtower, and these Zerglings really need to catch you quickly. No, he's gonna... Oh, he sees the creep, and he sees the gold base. Really nice awareness there by Magnum, and that could have been executed, that could have been stopped so easily by the surrounding Zerglings, but now Magnum looks to deny this gold base, and he could potentially do so. And in fact, Juice just completely abandoning this gold base. I actually like this play. It really wasn't getting saturated at all, and ultimately there wasn't, you know, he didn't have enough Zerglings to really deal with it. So nice play. And going to be throwing a few more spines in defensive positions in order to be able to secure this base. But he really needs to get onto a third base pretty soon, as 2-base Protoss versus 2-base Zerg can be oh so tricky. Now actually potentially going to do a run by, but a lone Zealot does warp in just in time. Nice warp in there from Magnum, and that gold base has now fallen. And you know, Magnum just kind of playing this very nicely, despite Juice also playing very nicely. And oh, this could be a double flank from these Zerglings. Could get a few of these Stalkers. Gonna have to fall back here. Where are the force fields? Really need some force fields. Not too bad there. Trying to deny the damage from being done on the Stalkers. Nice focusing down from those Zealots on the Zerglings, and ultimately, you know, surrounding Zealots with the Zerglings on that number to number magnitude or whatever is not the best trade for Juice at this point. So now Baneling Nest on the way, +1 Carapace, +1 weapons for melee, and Ventral Sacs on the way. Juice potentially looking to do some drop play here, and that will be very interesting. These rocks have been beaten away for a millennia now, and these Zerglings are only just breaking through them, so that is good job though, Zerglings, good job. But Magnum looking to secure a third potentially, and right now this could be very, very scary for Juice. This is a scary force, and all his Zerglings are out of position, not many Zerglings at all, and seeing the Spine Crawlers push us back, and I don't know, I think Magnum could have actually taken that. I wouldn't have been surprised if he could have, but oh dear me, a lot of Banelings being morphed in here, and a lot more Zerglings on the reinforce. And I think one major thing we need to see Juice here from here right now is get that creep to his natural, if you consider this a natural, in order to be able to just, you know, kind of reinforce ever so quickly as Magnum is just kind of securing this third base. And, you know, he's going to be in a very good spot if he is able to secure it. Do have an in-base hatchery now coming up for Juice. He's going to be able to resupply very, very quickly. And Magnum actually spots everything that's going on. He already knew that this Baneling Nest was going down long before. And oh, actually loading up into all these Overlords. This could be bad if he gets a good drop. They're going to be walking in here, and all the Banelings are going to be able to drop all over the units. And oh, that is... oh my god, despite a lot of the units dying off here and a lot of the sentries actually dying, there are still a lot of Stalkers here in order to be able to do a significant amount of damage, but the Zerglings run it in, and that is the big thing for Juice at this point. The Zealots and sentries were taken out, and against Zerglings, unless you have Blink, the Stalkers do not do that great a job. So, I mean, we do have Colossus out on the field now. Thermal Lance is on the way. Where on earth is that Thermal Lance? There we go. Thermal Lance is on the way, as well as a lot more Colossus, and now we have another base going down for Juice. I really like this base positioning from Juice. It's past all his defenses, so ultimately these defenses are in effect defending that base as well. And Magnum, oh my god, you little legend, you, gonna be scouting out this base at such a perfect time. So he now knows what is going on. Already has his third up and running, needs to get that saturated nicely, warping in a few more units here, going to be raising that Colossi number as quickly as possible, getting Blink as well, and that's a very, very common transition that we do see from Protoss against Zerg, the whole Blink thing. A Blink Stalker walks into a Zerg bar, there is no counter, and indeed, Juice is going to be able to deny this Lone Stalker from actually doing any damage to this hatchery. So now, Juice in an interesting position. He's got a lot of Zerglings here, loading them up. Where is he going? Oh my god, he could end up dropping the main, but at the same time, that will leave his natural in inverted commas, very, very under fire. And if he actually ends up, like, pushing in here, and he's gonna push in, so he really needs to do a significant amount of damage with those Zerglings. He's actually pulling back. He really knows that that is not the right idea, as this is a very, very scary Protoss force coming in right now, and he's going to be just able to pick away at these, and he has nothing to be able to counter these Colossus right now. He did have the Infestation Pit on the way, but more Colossus moving in now and wisely pulling back those Spine Crawlers. No reason for them to be there. And all the Zerglings actually running in. This could be a blunder, as there are too many Zerglings already still loaded in, and Banelings actually being dropped all over this force, but Magnum doing a great job of moving back here. The Colossus, though, one Colossus does go down. Does the second one? The second Colossus? No, does not go down. Oh my god. So now the more Banelings are potentially going to roll in here. We don't have Zergling speed just yet, but +2 Carapace and +2 weapons have just finished for the Zerg. And now Juice is in a really, really strange situation. Oh my god. Magnum could have such a scary force coming very, very soon. And with more gateways coming out for Magnum, as well as the saturation on this base getting on very, very nicely, Juice is very far behind. So we do have pathogen glands on the way now for the Zerg. If he gets those infestors out, he could turn this tide of the battle around. He really needs to land good fungal growths or even neuroparasite the Colossus in order to be able to turn it around. He doesn't have neuroparasite out just yet, obviously, but ultimately that will turn the tide of battle if he can get potential nice surrounds on the Zergling, on the Stalkers. More Stalkers warping in here, and that Blink is going to be the saving grace of him. He is continuing to spread the creep towards his opponent, and that's always kind of an off-putting thing as a Protoss when you see the creep that close to your base. Really needs an observer down here to start killing off those things, but at the same time, I thought they were going to be dropping up there. We have a Nidus Worm coming out for Juice, so ultimately he could end up doing significant amounts of damage. I keep saying significant, but it is significant amounts of damage in the main of Magnum. Doesn't have much mining going on right now, but at the same time Magnum is looking to secure his gold base. Creep tumors just slowly spreading forwards, and as I said before, that